The psalm continues its meditation on human mortality by demonstrating death's universal reach. These verses argue that neither wisdom nor wealth offers escape from the grave. Verse 10 presents observable evidence. For he seeth that wise men die. Likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others. Psalm 49, verse 10. For he seeth introduces empirical proof. This truth stands open to observation. Anyone can verify it. That wise men die acknowledges that intelligence provides no protection. Wisdom cannot outsmart death, nor can education prevent it. The phrase, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, expands the scope. Death claims everyone regardless of intellectual capacity. The fool lacks wisdom. The brutish person lives like an animal, yet they share the same fate as the wise. Death makes no distinctions based on mental ability, and leave their wealth to others reveals the futility of accumulation. Everything they gathered passes to someone else. They cannot take possessions beyond the grave. Their hands must open and release everything at death. Others will enjoy what they labored to get. Strangers will possess what they protected. Their wealth continues, but they do not. This verse destroys multiple false securities. Wisdom cannot save, and their wealth cannot be kept. Death strips away all earthly advantages. The grave receives rich and poor, wise and foolish, refined and brutish alike. Verse 11 describes the delusion of the wealthy. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Psalm 49, verse 11. Their inward thought reveals what they believe. They imagine permanence for their possessions. That their houses shall continue forever shows they project immortality onto buildings. They think their estates will last forever. The statement, "and their dwelling places to all generations," extends this illusion. The wealthy envision endless descendants occupying their properties. They picture their name carried forward through time. They call their lands after their own names, demonstrating their attempt at immortality. By naming property after themselves, they seek to be remembered. This verse exposes the psychology of those who trust in riches. People know they will die, yet they act as if they will not. They build as if they will remain forever. They plan as if death will not interrupt them. These people invest in earthly permanence while facing certain mortality. This represents profound self-deception. Verse 12 shatters the illusion. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. Psalm 49, verse 12. Nevertheless, introduces the contradiction between imagination and reality. Man being in honor acknowledges status. Some people achieve greatness. They gain recognition and respect. They even accumulate wealth and power. Yet abideth not declares the truth. Honor provides no permanence, and status offers no exemption. The phrase, "he is like the beasts that perish," levels all human pretension. Humans die like animals, and their bodies return to dust. Physical death comes to all. No amount of honor changes this truth. People who trust in wealth view themselves as superior. They consider themselves above mortality. They imagine their importance grants them special status, but death treats them like animals. These three verses form a devastating argument. All die, and human delusion cannot change that reality. The wealthy imagine permanence, but mortality claims them. They name lands after themselves, but the land remains while they vanish. They build houses to last forever, but they themselves do not last. This passage confronts every person who trusts in temporal things. Wealth creates illusions of security and permanence, yet death exposes these illusions as lies.